Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Mandy. I'm hoping that it's working this time. I definitely have my microphone going. And once you jump on, just do me a favor and leave a comment in the section below underneath this video and let me know that you're on. Just go ahead and say hi. If you guys are on and you can see me, then go ahead and comment underneath this video. Let me see your phone. Okay. Hey guys, if you're on, do me a favor and leave a comment underneath the video. I want to make sure that you guys can see me. Hey, what's up, Christy? Okay, great. It's working. Yes. Oh man, you have no idea. I was getting a little bit worked up right now thinking that this thing was not going to work. Oh, Lord. Um, okay, awesome. So I have Christy on the line already. It is a little bit after 8 o'clock. So I want to get started here in a second. So if you guys have already tuned in and you can see me, then please leave a comment below this video. It should look like a Facebook news feed and you should be able to leave a comment, just letting me know that you're on and that you can see me. And I'm super excited. Thank you so much, Christy, for the response because I almost was about to have a heart attack. I was like, not again. Just can't have this happen again. So once again, if you guys are on, go ahead and refresh the page. You may need to refresh the page just to make sure that we're up to date on everything. There is about a 15-second lag in what I'm speaking here live and then what you're actually seeing. So I know it may take a second. So far, I have Christy's response. Okay, and I see my mom on there and Michelle. What's up, Michelle? How you doing, sister? Perfect. So I'll just wait a couple more minutes and see if anybody else is going to join because it's only about 2 minutes after. So I'm super excited, you guys, and thank you so much for taking your time out of your night to join my webinar. It's such a blessing and an honor to be able to be here and support and encourage you guys. And I think I said this earlier in my Facebook Live video, if you guys saw it, is just that I'm so excited about the ability to have something like this with the webinars and with the Facebook Live to be able to reach more people. Like it's truly like my passion, really, just to help people feel good about themselves and have energy and just live the life that they're really supposed to live. So hopefully I can do that for you guys. Let me refresh one more time and see if we have anybody else that's joined. Okay, perfect. Amber, Enrique, Talise, yay. Okay, Talise says she can hear me, but she can't really see me. I'm not sure if anybody else is having any problems seeing me, let me know. It could be something with your viewer or something. I'm not really sure, but I'm checking it over here. My mom has, she was checking it on her phone and I've checked it with my phone and it looks like it's working properly as far as the viewer goes. Okay, let me refresh one more time and see if we have, okay, we got Ray, seems to be working great. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Ray. I'm give it a couple more minutes just in case some people are jumping on and they're running a little bit late. You guys are awesome. I'm so excited. This is the first time I've ever done this. So it was the first time second time I had done Facebook Live. The first time was the other night after the whole blunder when my headphones weren't working and man, I was pretty upset. But this is the first time I've ever done an actual webinar, and I think this is really cool. And I'm really gonna, I'm excited. I'm gonna do more of these. So hopefully you guys don't get tired of seeing my face and hearing my country twang, because I think this is awesome. So let me refresh one more time just to see. Okay, we have Heather Cook on. She says, awesome, and it's working. Okay, perfect. I'm super excited. So let's see. I'm showing on my screen that I have about 9 viewers so far. I hope you guys are having an awesome night. If you have anything specific that you would like for me to cover, then you can feel free to leave that in the comments. If for some reason you don't want to put it down there in the comments, maybe you don't want other people to see if it's something kind of personal, then please, by all means, just send me a message on Facebook. If you've ever conversed with me before, you know that I'm really good about getting back with you and helping people as much as I can. So like I said, if it's something specific, then if you want, you can go ahead and leave it now in the comments, and I can, check it out. And in a little while, when we do the Q&A towards the end, then I can address your question or your comment. Otherwise, feel free to send it to me on Facebook. And if you're not my friend on Facebook already, go ahead and send me a friend request. It is Mandy Fonville. The last name is Fonville, and you can send me a friend request. And I'm pretty sure I have some room for some friends on Facebook. So I should be able to accept that request if we're not friends already. So let me go ahead and refresh one more time. Yay, Liz. I see ya and hear ya. Love you, girl. I love you too, girlfriend. That was my first college roommate ever. Bomb.com. My girl, Liz. Okay, so it's about 5 minutes after. I think I'll go ahead and get started. Just because I don't want to have you guys, waiting for a really long time, just because, not everybody's on yet. So once again, if you just now joined, please go ahead and refresh because we are live. I want to make sure that you can see me. And also, please do me a favor and leave a comment below so that I know that you are on. And once again, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to go ahead and put that at the very bottom underneath this video. It looks like a Facebook comments news feed, and you can leave that comment or question for me down there at the bottom. And shortly after we finish the PowerPoint presentation, or during that time towards the end, I will actually be answering you guys questions or reading your comments if you have something that you would like to say. So let me do one more time. Okay, Veronica, I'm trying to see you show but cannot get on. Oh, Veronica. Ooh. Let me respond really fast. What do you guys think about this program? It's this new app that I found, and I taught myself how to do all of this. And yeah, I taught myself how to do all this. I taught myself how to do the Google Hangouts. I mean, it's been pretty phenomenal what I've accomplished in the past week and a half. Well, actually, I had it all ready to go for you guys last Thursday, but that didn't happen. So that was a little bit frustrating. But everything happens for a reason. So I just looked at it as God's way of saying, it's not your time. You just need to wait a little bit. So now I see Kirby's on. I can see and hear you. Thank you so much, Kirby. You're awesome. Okay, guys. So we're going to go ahead and get started because, like I said, I don't want to keep you held up for too long while I sit here and, try to get everybody on. I know we had a lot of people sign up, like 40 something people. And right now we have about 12 viewers. So I'm hoping that it's going to grow as we go. But let me go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the PowerPoint presentation, and then I will hit the screen share so that you guys can see what's going on. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit screen share. So when I do this, you're actually gonna see the PowerPoint presentation. You won't see me any longer. I'm gonna show you the PowerPoint presentation. I will be talking, of course, so I can explain everything to you guys. And then at the end, I will come back on where you can see my face. And yeah, I mean, I would, like to say thank you and everything for being here tonight. So at the end, I will come back on the screen. Right now, we're gonna do the PowerPoint presentation. If you just joined, guys, then go ahead and hit refresh, and also comment below this video just so that I know you guys are on. If you want to say hello or hi. Chrissy says it's awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, it is super awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and start the PowerPoint presentation. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave that for me. And in a little while, when I address the questions and comments, then I will get to that. So let me go ahead and hit the screen share. Awesome. All right, guys. So tonight we are covering the three biggest mistakes that people make when they're trying to lose weight. I'm sure a lot of people have been through this. I know I have at some points in my life when I was a little bit frustrated and not really sure exactly what to do and how to do it. I became a personal trainer in 2005. So that was kind of around the time that I really learned all of this stuff that I'm going to share with you guys tonight. And I'm super excited. So let's go ahead and get started. A little bit about me. My name is Mandy Fawnville. I'm a holistic health coach and personal trainer, and I also have my yoga certification. I'm very passionate about using natural methods to nourish the body and increase the quality of life. And some of you may or may not know, but I struggled with depression since I was about 16 years old. And it actually led to me taking 16 years of antidepressant drugs. So I've been off of them. It's almost been 4 years, thank goodness. So around 2012, I discovered the path to healing my body from the toxicity and inflammation. And ever since then, I've been leading the lifestyle that I live now, which I'm so passionate about. And I've also learned that the journey to the wellness, it has more to do with everything in your life, mind, body, and spirit. It's not just about working out really hard to lose weight, to look a certain kind of way. So, with everything that I've been through, I'm incredibly passionate about what I preach. And of course, I live it myself. And I'm about to teach you guys some key things that could be holding you back from your weight loss goals. So, hopefully, you guys are ready. I know I'm ready. All right. So, the three biggest mistakes are going to be consuming toxic triggers, the wrong type of exercise, and also your mindset. So let's go over what consuming toxic triggers mean. So what is a toxic trigger? A toxic trigger is going to be any food or beverage that can cause indigestion, gas, bloating, fatigue, and the list goes on and on and on, to be honest with you guys. If these are consumed over long periods of time, it can lead to inflammation, impaired hormone function, weight loss resistance, minor ailments, and even full-blown dis-ease. And notice I say dis-ease in the body because that's exactly what it is. It's causing dis-ease in the body, so lack of ease. If you look at the picture over here to the right, you're going to see that's pretty much a full description of the sad standard American diet, which is so sad, nowadays that most people are consuming this without any awareness of what it's actually doing to their body. So push play. Hang on, guys, 1 second. I think that I might be having some issues with my PowerPoint presentation. My mom says that she is not able to see. Let me see 1 second. Hang on, guys, 1 second. I think that I might be having some issues with my PowerPoint presentation. My mom says that she is not able to see. Let me see 1 second. All right, I'm going to try to reopen my PowerPoint presentation really fast and figure out if you guys can see that. I don't know what happened. I was just going to town over here with my presentation. Thank goodness my mom came and told me what was going on. Okay, hopefully you guys are still there. I'm trying to figure this out because I was just doing this earlier and practicing. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever done this before, so bear with me for a second. Let's see. I mean, it was all working on my end. Oh goodness. Okay, let's see here. For some reason, it is not wanting to show up on here. You guys are so awesome. I appreciate you being patient. I'm telling you, after last Thursday night, I'm like, I can probably handle anything, but I'm not really sure what's going on with this here. Screen share for Hangouts. I got something going on, but I know this is not right. So let me see. Stop. Now I'm trying to find my PowerPoint. Screen share. Okay, I think I may have it. Let's see here. If I have it, then hallelujah. I'm hoping that this is it. All right, so I think I have it. I'm just going to wait for confirmation here because, like I said, there's like a 15-20 minute delay. I'm pretty sure that I have it up. 22nd. I said minute. I meant second. I'm pretty sure that I have it up. Let me just wait 1 second and make sure that it's going to come up correctly and that it's going to come full screen. And then when I get to go, I'm going to go back and start over again. Once again, I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to refresh the comments just to make sure, see what you guys are saying about it. Y'all are probably like, yeah. Let's see. No worries. I was able to see the PowerPoint. The pic was someone standing on a scale. I can only see the top of the head, but at least I can hear you. Okay, I finally made it after try to join. Okay, so I'm hoping that you guys can see me and hear me. Let me see what's up. Let me see, Mom. Is it the full screen? So I know y'all can see the PowerPoint because it's a picture standing on the scale, but for some reason I'm not able to show it to y'all, I guess, with the viewing. Okay, so it's not showing the full screen. Let me see if it just shows. I may just have to wing it. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever done this. I may just have to wing it and then I'll go through each slide and hopefully make it big enough to where you guys can see it. It doesn't look as pretty, but main thing is that you guys can hear me, right? At least we don't have the issue with the microphone. So let me just make sure that you can see this. So if I just go from one screen to the next, yeah, it doesn't look the prettiest, but okay, so I'm just going to wait. Like I said, there's like a 15-second delay. I want to make sure that it switches on the screen. And we're just going to have to go through it that way. Okay, it does work, but it doesn't look as pretty as it could if I was able to show you the full screen. And I'm not really sure why it's not letting me do that. But like I said, I'm not going to stress myself out because I already Yeah, did that last week. So anyway, let me start over again. I know you guys heard me. I'm going to kind of go over it really quickly. Okay, so about me, guys. My name is Mandy Fonville. I'm a holistic health coach, personal trainer, and yoga instructor. I'm super passionate, guys, about holistic health and nutrition. I myself struggle with depression from my young teenage years up until about 32 years old. So I was actually on toxic antidepressant drugs for 16 years, and it was something. So around 2012 or so, I discovered the path to healing my body and reducing the toxicity and inflammation that I had in my body. And everything that I'm going to share with you guys tonight is part of the reason why I no longer have depression and I feel amazing. So I hope you guys are ready. I'm going to go ahead and go to the next slide. Like I said, I'm not able to show this in full view, unfortunately, but hopefully you can still see the slides. What's up, Chemo Show in the house? Yes, if you click them to change. Okay, thanks, Christy. I'm going to just make it work. Anyway, so the three biggest mistakes basically are going to be consuming toxic triggers. Most people have no clue that some of the foods that they're eating is actually causing them to not be able to lose weight and all these other symptoms, of course. The wrong type of exercise, and we'll go over that in a little bit. And then also mindset. Last but not least, mindset is super important. Okay, so what is a toxic trigger? Foods or beverages that cause indigestion, gas, bloating, fatigue. Unfortunately, if they're consumed over long periods of time, it can lead to a lot of problems in the body. It can cause inflammation, impaired hormone function, weight loss resistance, minor ailments, and even full-blown disease. So if you see this picture over here to the right, that's kind of, I guess, a quick glimpse of the standard American diet. Really, unfortunate. Most people don't realize that some of that stuff they're eating is causing all their problems. So most common toxic triggers, let's start with gluten. A lot of people have heard about gluten, and it's definitely not, just a fad. So gluten actually is the protein that's found in wheat, barley, and rye. So, of course, it's found in like breads and pastas and cakes and baked goods and, all that stuff that tastes amazing. It's definitely, like I said, not a fad. There is something called celiac disease, and there's actually even something called silent celiac, where you may not even test positive that you have celiac disease, but you could still suffer from symptoms as if you actually had celiac disease. So, really, the best thing to do, guys, is to remove gluten from the diet and actually see how you feel with gluten being removed. So that's, one of the key triggers, or, honestly, the toxic triggers. That's one of, I guess I would say, if not the most important one, that you would definitely want to remove from your diet. Secondly, we have dairy. A lot of people, have the misconception about dairy that they need to consume dairy in order to get their calcium. But actually, dairy is very inflammatory. It's also very mucus forming in the body, and it is associated with a lot of things like skin issues. So acne is a big symptom of consuming dairy. Also allergies and fatigue. So if you think about dairy, a lot of the stuff that's on the store shelves that you would go purchase, like a gallon of milk or whatnot, it's been pasteurized. So there's not really a whole lot of benefits to drinking that. And there's, very little nutritional value. And just the heat that they use to pasteurize the dairy and things like that, you just don't really get the value out of it like, you are led to believe through all of the media and marketing techniques about the dairy industry. And if you're worried about getting calcium, you can actually get calcium from plant sources. Like a stalk of broccoli has more calcium than a glass of milk. So you don't have to feel like you wouldn't get your calcium sources. And of course, there's always supplementation as well. Next, we're going to talk about processed sugar. Most people know about processed sugar, and it's in anything usually processed, from ketchup, cereal, and even salad dressings. So, the processed sugar can even be hidden in stuff that you wouldn't think even includes sugar. And most of you guys may be familiar with that study they did at one point where they had the rats, and they did like a trial where they had introduced the rats to actual sugar, and they also introduced the rats to cocaine. And after a certain amount of time, they tested it again, and the rats actually preferred the sugar over the cocaine. It's like, wow, kind of mind blowing. But if you think about the way that we feel when we consume sugar, it definitely does give us energy, and it makes us, feel good, and it gets us high. And of course, it tastes good. But what happens is essentially you're going to end up crashing. And then, later on, you're going to be looking for your next quick sugar fix to make you feel good all over again. Okay, so one of the next things, I was checking out the comments really quick. One of the other things I want to mention about processed sugar is that when you remove the processed sugar from your diet, it actually helps you stabilize your blood sugar levels, and it's going to reduce the pathogenic bacteria in your gut. And also, it's going to help you have a more stable mood. So you won't have the whole up and down, sugar highs and lows, the afternoon, crash that you have like around 2 or so in the afternoon. Next, we're going to talk about coffee. Coffee is a big one. A lot of people feel that they have to have their coffee to get going in the mornings, and they may be a little upset when they hear that coffee sometimes is not the best thing and can actually be a toxic trigger. What happens with coffee is because of the caffeine in the coffee, it can wear down your adrenal glands. So you're consuming the coffee, and maybe, yes, it's giving you energy, but your adrenal glands may be having a really hard time keeping up. And a lot of that may even have to do with how well your liver filters out caffeine. And everyone is different. So some people are really sensitive to caffeine. They consume it and they're jittery and they're shaky and, right off the bat. And then other people may not have that same kind of effect. If you've ever chatted with someone that drinks coffee later on in the afternoon or evening and they're still able to sleep at night, and then you compare that with someone who says, there's no way I can drink coffee after a certain time because I would be up all night. So also, the coffee can be considered acidic for the body. So most of you have probably heard of, the pH scale of the body, alkaline and acidic. We're really trying to keep the body a lot more alkaline, and consuming beverages like coffee and alcohol, of course, which we'll get to in a minute, can be very acidic and kind of put the body more into the acidic pH. Also, there are antioxidants and benefits to coffee, but you can also get those through herbal tea. And of course, there also are decaffeinated options of coffee and teas as well. Coffee can also cause symptoms by aggravating your intestinal tract. So this is a perfect example. Anyone who's ever suffered from constipation, or had any kind of issues, and then you thought, oh well, I can just drink some coffee because it'll cause me to go to the bathroom. Well, you're right, and it will, but that's not really the best source of causing a bowel movement, because what happens when you consume the coffee is it actually aggravates the intestinal lining. So you kind of feel like maybe you're doing something good for yourself, but in reality, what's going on down there in the gut is not the best. And also, consuming too much caffeine can cause your body to produce the stress hormone cortisol. And if you know about cortisol, when we produce a lot of cortisol, that actually causes our body to store fat versus releasing the fat out of the fat cell to be burned for energy. So next, we're going to talk about alcohol. Occasionally enjoying, a glass of wine or something like that is not really the end of the world. But what you have to think about with alcohol is that it definitely does tax your liver. And of course, our liver is responsible for removing, a lot of the toxins in our system, and everything gets filtered, through the liver that you consume. So the other thing with alcohol is it can feed pathogenic bacteria like candida. So when you consume alcohol and you have maybe an overgrowth of candida in your gut, which actually will then turn into a fungus, then you're basically just feeding the candida, which can cause a whole nother host of health issues. Next, alcohol is also acidic, like I just mentioned a second ago when we were talking about coffee. There's really no way around that. I mean, alcohol is alcohol. So when you consume it, it definitely is acidic to the body. There can be some benefits to maybe drinking a glass of red wine here or there. I would definitely recommend that you guys would get organic and sulfite free. That's really your best alternative when it comes to alcohol. But there are some qualities, about grapes like resveratrol, which is, like a really well-known antioxidant that people consume for all different kinds of benefits. Especially they say it helps with aging. But you can also get those from like blueberries and grapes as well. So you don't have to feel that you have to consume the wine or whatnot to get that same effect. So the other thing I want to mention too is that with alcohol, the sugar in the alcohol, because of course we all know that alcohol turns to sugar, that also can stress out your adrenals, and it can increase cortisol production. Really quick, I just want to refresh the comments. Someone who's been on since the very beginning, can you just let me know really quick if you can see me? Christy, maybe, I know you've been on since the beginning. I know that this has, like I said, about a 15 to 20 second delay, and I just want to make sure you guys can still not see me. I'm sorry, that you can still actually see the PowerPoint and that we're still good to go. Next, we're going to talk about soy. Soy is really popular in Asian culture. So a lot of people will argue about soy, stating that, that the Japanese, eat, a lot of soy, and they think that, it's okay for us to consume a lot of soy here in America. But the things that you really got to remember is that over over here in America that most of the soy here is GMO, which means it's genetically modified. So that can be pretty dangerous. Um, Next, let's see, we're going to talk about different types of soy. You have fermented soy and you have non-fermented soy. Now, most of what you're going to find in the grocery store is going to be non-fermented soy, and that contains phytic acid, and it actually binds and absorbs other nutrients in your intestinal tract. So that's something to kind of be aware of. And also, soy can contain toxins and hormone disruptors like phytoestrogens, and phytoestrogens actually mimic estrogen in the body. So if you're consuming a lot of that, then you're actually going to get a buildup or accumulation of estrogen in the body, which can cause a whole nother host of issues with your hormonal system, which can, be pretty dangerous. Okay, so next we're going to talk about the wrong type of exercise. I know a lot of you guys, especially, being a personal trainer, a lot of you guys have been under the impression that if you just go to the gym and jump on the treadmill and you do like endless bouts of cardio, or that, you're running, outside, or however you decide to do your exercise, that is the best way. And a lot of people believe in the calories in versus calories out. But to be honest with you, that's really an archaic way of thinking about our metabolism. They're starting to learn now that it has more to do with the foods that you consume and your body's hormonal response to those foods, and then also keeping your immune system balanced. So those are some key things that most people don't really know about. And they're saying, well, if I stay under this many calories a day, and as long as I exercise and burn this many calories a day, then I can burn off those foods. So there you kind of have an excuse to think, if I eat this and I go do a bunch of cardio, or if I go do a bunch of working out. And yeah, I mean, if you want to think about it like that, but to be honest with you, if you do a little bit more research, they're finding now, more modernly, that it has a lot more to do with your body's hormonal response to what you're consuming. Also, when you do high intensity interval training exercise, which is HIIT, which stands for high intensity interval training, that is going to be short duration exercise that's going to stimulate your fat burning hormones like HGH, which is also known as the human growth hormone. So when you're training high intensity interval training for short periods of time, you're working the large muscle groups, you're keeping your heart rate up, you're working hard, you're switching between exercises, maybe doing some active rest in between exercises like jumping jacks or jump rope, or jump squats or things like that. You're actually keeping that heart rate up and you're speeding up your metabolism. And what that does is that helps throughout the day to keep your fat burning mechanisms heightened. So you'll actually burn more fat throughout the day. That's why a lot of times they do recommend that it's better to work out first thing in the morning, or at least like mid morning. And according to traditional Chinese medicine, 10 a.m. is actually one of the best times to work out, according to your body's, clock or whatever. But, that's not always feasible for people who work like an 8 to 5 job. But first thing in the morning, if you get a lot of sleep at night and you're able to wake up early in the morning before you go to work and get your workout in, you're actually going to burn more body fat throughout the rest of that day by doing it first thing in the morning. The other thing you want to be aware of for sure is that you want to keep your workout short for the greatest metabolic effect. You don't want to work out for endless amount of time. Some people go to the gym and they're there for like 1 or 2 hours. And what happens is when you actually work out, past about that 30 or 45-minute threshold, your body actually starts secreting stress hormones like cortisol, which will negate the release of the HGH. So remember, we're trying to burn fat, and if you're there and you're working out endlessly, you're actually going to stress out your adrenals even more. And once again, your body's going to produce the cortisol, which negates the HGH that's going to help you burn fat. All right, next, guys, we're going to talk about, last but not least, the mindset. Mindset is key, okay? I put it last, but really it's the most important. So if you change your mind, you can actually change your life. Some of the things that have really worked for me is self-love. Self-love can be different things, whatever that means to you. Maybe taking an Epsom salt bath at night, or maybe walking around the block, pushing your child in a stroller, or even taking your dog for a walk. Just whatever self-love is for you. Things that make you feel good, things that you can put into your day that, boost your mindset, keep you thinking positively, and just keep you loving yourself. Next would be visualization. One of the things that I like to do is, a vision board is really great. You can also take maybe pictures of yourself if you have a particular body type that you're looking for that maybe you had, at a certain point in your life, and you're like, okay, I want to get back to, how I was, 5 years ago, or whatever that may be for you. Get those pictures out, put those pictures up, have something that you can look at, because remember, this is you, and the pictures are of you. So when you see those, you're going to be motivated, and you're going to be like, yeah, that's me. And I can do it. I've done it before, and I can definitely do it again. So, that, or I even tell some of my, clients to get pictures out of a magazine. A lot of females, for instance, really follow Jamie Eason, and maybe she has the ideal body type or something that you're looking for. So I'll tell them, get some pictures of some fitness models or someone that you really, are inspired by, and put those out, and, be able to look at those to keep you motivated. Next, we'll talk about the daily affirmations. I am really big on affirmations. And if you're my friend on Facebook, then you'll see that I post a daily affirmation like every day for, probably like the past week and a half, 2 weeks. But I'm always sharing affirmations from Louise Hay and Wayne Dyer. I think they're both super amazing, and you can actually get on their Facebook, pages, and you can like their page so that you can actually get some of those affirmations on your news feed as well. But one of the other things that's really key is if you have your own list of daily affirmations, that really ring true for you, and you write all those down, and maybe you have those next to your bed. So when you wake up in the morning, you grab those affirmations and you read through them, and you read through them with meaning, and with power, and with love, and great intention of the fact that, this is something that you can become, and that, nothing can hold you back. And that's really the truth in life. Whatever you want, guys, you really can have it. It's just about making up your mind. Next, we're going to talk about, think about your why. So a lot of times they say, your why will make you cry. And, some people might say, I really want to get healthy. I want to lose weight. I want to get off this medication for my grandkids, or maybe for your, for your children that you have now, or maybe for your future, partner, or, maybe you're actually going to run a marathon, in a couple months, or perhaps you're going to get married soon, and you want to look, a certain way for your wedding pictures, or whatnot. Think about what is your why. Think about what is in there that's really driving you and motivating you to, make a change and make a difference. And one of the things that I don't have listed here that I think is very important, and I really want to point out, guys, is that it's not your fault. Okay. I really want to say that, because, we're only human, and we've all struggled. And I definitely know I've had my fair share of struggles. And what I really want you guys to know is that, we operate at about 90% off of our subconscious mind. So only about 10% of our conscious mind is actually operating. So what you're thinking about, like right at this moment, your conscious mind can only hold about 7 to 10 bits of information. And honestly, whatever is operating in your life right now, that has to do with your subconscious mind. And our subconscious mind has recorded everything, guys, from when we were born. It has recorded everything. So sometimes we can have emotional triggers and different things that may happen. We might have some sort of situation. Someone might make a certain comment to us. We might see something. Something might actually trigger us to have an emotional response. And maybe we're not really aware of it at that time. So I really encourage you guys to maybe try to figure out what some of those triggers are for you. Sometimes, if something is upsetting, or maybe you're bored, you may turn to food, or you may turn to alcohol. You may turn to doing something that's unhealthy for your body, simply for the fact that, something was triggered in your subconscious mind. But what's really, really powerful, and what has worked for me, is that if you're able to stop and recognize what that is, and you're able to feel that feeling, that's really key. When you really feel your feelings, and you figure out what it is that's causing you to do something that's going to self-sabotage your goals, that is going to be the key, not only in weight loss, but in life. I promise you, I have been through this extensively. It's been about a year now that I have been working with some programs and some different coaches, and I've had people, that coach me and support me through things. And like I said, guys, we're only human. One day you may feel on fire, you're on top of the world, and then even moments later, or even the next day, you may feel self-doubt and fear, and you're wondering, why is this happening, and what can I do about it? So I really encourage you to figure out what some of those triggers are, because that's going to be really, really important in reaching these goals. And lastly, guys, hire a coach. If you feel like you need somebody that can help you, like I just mentioned, I have a mindset coach. I talk to her quite often. She is amazing. I love her, and she is always supporting me and helping me move forward. So if you need a coach in whatever area of your life, then I really encourage you to reach out and find someone that can support you, because it can really make a difference. All right. So next, we're going to talk about, I know a lot of you guys are overwhelmed. I put some bullet points here. Are you struggling trying to decide what to eat? Are you lacking your energy and you're lacking, the motivation to go work out because you're tired? You get home from work and you're like, oh, I don't have any energy, or maybe you set your alarm first thing in the morning with that intention of getting up and going to the gym, but you're just exhausted, so you fall back into the bed. Also, are you lacking confidence in your swimsuit? It's March, it's fixing to be spring break, and then we have summer coming up. I'm super excited about that. And think about some of the opportunities to get out and about. Maybe it's not in your swimsuit, but maybe it's in a cute little summer dress. Life is short. Don't miss out on those opportunities to do stuff, in terms of living your life and things that make you happy, because you're not happy with the way that you look. And I know you guys can hear it. I'm just so passionate. I love everybody. I want everybody to feel good. Like I said, I suffer from depression for a really long time, and I know how it feels not to feel good. I know the absolute lows of the lows. And, some people, they've never experienced anything that extreme. And some people, they may just have a hard time with, losing weight or whatnot, or maybe just getting to the gym. And once again, I just want you to know that I'm here to support you guys 100% for sure. So with all that being said, I want to lead into some testimonials from my actual clients that I have helped in the past, because I think these are really amazing. And I just want to share with you guys some of the things that they've said about my program. Okay, first here we have Liana. This is her testimonial. She says, this journey has been more than just weight loss. I've completely changed my eating habits, and my body now craves wholesome, healthy, clean foods daily. A new way of eating brought me to a new way of life. It's given me a healthier digestive system, cleared up my acne, allowed me to get off of certain medications, and also experience more restful sleep. Overall, I'm happier, healthier, and more confident in myself and all my capabilities. I feel better today than I have ever felt in my entire life. And God bless Liana. She is such a sweetheart. She actually just recently signed a modeling contract. I was like blown away when she told me that. So I'm so proud of Liana. She has put in a lot of hard work and dedication, and the results definitely have proven themselves. So good job, Liana, if you're on. All right, next we're going to talk about my client, Chris. And if you see this picture over here to the right, I've actually shared this on Facebook. That is a picture of me and Chris in January of 2014 at the Houston Rodeo. And the picture on the right is a doggy fit camp that I held, where people actually brought their dogs and worked out with their dogs. It was really awesome. It was called Doggy Fit Camp with my trainer, Mandy. I definitely plan on doing another one of those events. But anyhow, if you look at that picture, that's about an 8 months difference in Chris. And let's go ahead and read his testimonial. He says, working with Mandy was one of the best decisions I ever made. I lost over 75 pounds with her program, which drastically improved my life professionally and personally. Her motivation and encouragement always kept me going through the hardest times. She is brilliant, and with all she taught me, I look forward to remaining a healthier person. So once again, just so you guys know, I work with males and females. That's why I wanted to throw this testimonial in here of Chris, because it's not just females that I work with. All right. And lastly, this is a testimonial from my sweet friend and client, Renee Revellini. She says, I've had the pleasure of working with Mandy, and I will tell you the knowledge she has shared with me has truly saved my life. She never made my situation uncomfortable or wrong. She simply shared with me the steps that I needed to take in order to heal my body. These changes are now how I live my life. I will forever be grateful for her and her ability to powerfully share her knowledge in a way that is doable. You don't know what you don't know until you know it. Now I know, Mandy, and thank you. Onward and upward, Renee Revellini. Renee is super awesome. She is actually a mom of a sweet little boy named Liam. She's also a movement motivator and a reality TV star. So she'll be coming out pretty soon. I'll definitely share that information with you guys on my Facebook pages about the reality show. It's called Houston Fit Reality, and Renee is actually one of the trainers on the show. So super sweet, love her to death. And, like she mentioned here, that she did work with me for a little bit, and I helped her with some things that she had going on, and she got really great results. So guys, I know that you may be overwhelmed, and you may be feeling like, what do I do? You just told me about all these toxic triggers and all these things that, I'm not supposed to eat or drink. And, what am I going to do next? So here's your solution, guys. I have developed a program based on whole foods. And it's designed to cleanse your body and your mind, remove the toxicity, and ultimately it's going to change your life. So I know you just saw those testimonials, but not only that, if for some reason anything in my program doesn't work for you, you just let me know and we're going to make it right. If anything doesn't work, you get that communication with me. So right now, the program is called My Trainer Mandy 4-week program. It's going to be only $140 if you pay a one-time payment, or you can actually do 2 payments of $77. And for the next 30 minutes, for anyone that registers, you will actually receive an additional recipes guide along with my program. So here you see the link, mytrainermandy.com, and also there on your viewing screen, you should see a button that's blue that says My Trainer Mandy website. And if you actually click that button, or you go to just mytrainermandy.com, you will see at the very top of my website, we have the different tabs. And there's a tab that says pay here with installment. And then I believe the other one just says, pay here now or something like that. But anyhow, there's 2 different pages. I wasn't able to put, 2 PayPal buttons on the same page. So there's 2 different pages there on the website. You can click whichever one works for you. And like I said, you can do the one-time payment of $140, or you can do the 2 payments of $77. If you do the payments, it's going to charge you $77 right now, and then in 14 days, it's going to charge you the other $77. And this is actually going to be through PayPal, so it's secure. If you guys know anything about PayPal, if not, you can easily go to PayPal and set up an account. So you can pay either way, despite if you have PayPal or not. All right, let me go ahead and tell you guys what the program includes. I know we're running kind of long here. I didn't plan on it taking this long. So the online training program is going to be accessible via an app for your device. So if you want to use your smartphone, your tablet, you can actually download the app to your device. If you don't have either one of those, or you prefer to do it on your desktop, it works like that as well. And I also want to mention that you can print out the workouts. That's something that I didn't list here, but you can print out the workouts if you need to. So the customized workout, they actually include video demonstrations of the exercises, and these workout routines can be done anywhere. You'll definitely need a pair of dumbbells, which is not hard. If you need to go buy a set of dumbbells to get your hands on those, a lot of places carry those now. But the workouts can be done anywhere, so that's really beneficial. Next, it also is going to include a nutrition plan, and it guarantees that you will lose 5+ pounds in the first week. I guarantee it, guys. I guarantee it. You will lose 5+ pounds in the first week as long as you follow the program. And let me just mention, there's no harmful substances. Like I said, I'm a holistic health coach. I am so hardcore. And, most people that know me, they see how hardcore I am about everything, or anybody that has worked with me. So definitely no harmful substances, only the best for you guys. And with my program, you're definitely going to gain energy and you're going to feel awesome. Also, one of the things that's included is a spot in my closed Facebook group for daily motivation, accountability, and community support. So along with you, there will be other people that are currently in my program and people that will be signing up for my program there in the closed Facebook page. So you're able to go there and, make posts. I'm going to be making posts. I'll be putting videos in there. We'll be sharing all kinds of information, motivation and inspirational posts and things like that, and definitely accountability. Also, I want to mention that I have the ability with that app to make sure that you guys are checking in for your workouts. So it's not like I just put you on this program and then, I just never, follow up with you again. I'm able to see that you're checking in daily for your workouts. So that is definitely one way that I'll hold you accountable to make sure you're doing everything so that you will get the results that you desire. Also, a complete mindset makeover that will change the way that you perceive exercise and nutrition. Like I just talked about a second ago with the mindset and how important that is. Definitely, there's going to be a piece of my program that is going to cover the mindset part for sure. And lastly, you're going to have access to me as your super awesome personal coach that's going to support you every step of the way. One thing with the Facebook group is that you can comment in there and other people can help you out, and I'll be posting in there. And then, of course, you can always have access to me via direct, messenger through Facebook or whatever. And if we need to set up some sort of, talk on the phone or whatnot, if you have questions or anything personal, then we can do that too. So right now I'm going to go ahead and open it up for questions. I'm looking right now at some of the questions that you guys have made. Let me refresh my feed. If you have any questions, now's the time to go ahead and comment below the video if you have any specific questions about anything. Let's see. Yeah, Kirby asked, what can you replace milk with? And Minerva, my sweet friend, she actually commented on there about plant-based milks, which can include almond milk and coconut milk, and that's definitely true. There's almond milk, coconut milk, there's rice milk, there's hemp milk, there's a bunch of different kind of milks, and all this definitely is included in my program information, on what other things you can use besides the toxic triggers for sure. Zara says, is there a coffee that doesn't have this that we can drink? Actually, there's something called Ticino. It's so funny. It's called Ticino. I recommend that to my clients that really have a hard time giving up the coffee. And what it is it's an herbal tea that tastes just like coffee. It doesn't contain any caffeine, but you actually get that same coffee taste. So, honestly, on my program, we are going to be cutting out caffeine because caffeine just stresses out the adrenals and we want your body to lose weight, the natural way. We don't want you all wired up on anything. And in the first, couple days, it may take a little bit of time for you to get used to, but after that, you're going to feel awesome and you're going to have energy and be bouncing off the walls. You're going to wonder, like, why didn't I do this sooner? Let me just see if there's any other questions. Okay, Talise got on a different phone so she can see me. That's great. Glad it's working. Okay, I'm gonna refresh one more time. I don't see any other questions. Yeah, I don't see any other questions. And I'm pretty sure. If you guys have any other questions, just be sure and post that for me. All right, so no other questions about the program. I'm going to share this one more time just so that you can see. The program is 4 weeks long. It's only $140, or you can do the 2 payments of $77. So either way, just go to mytrainermandy.com, or you can click that blue button that's below the video that says My Trainer Mandy's website. And once you click that, it's going to go to my website. And at the very top, you're going to see tabs, and you're going to click on either tab, whichever one works for you. You're either going to pay now, a one-time payment, or you're going to pay the installments. And like I said, that is actually through PayPal. So it's, bonded and secured, and you don't have to worry about anything. And if you don't have a PayPal account, once you click that, you can actually go through that process and set up your PayPal account that way. So, if you guys want to connect with me, if you want more self-love, motivation, and healthy living tips, please follow me on social media. That first address there is going to be my website address. The second one, the facebook.com/mytrainermandy, is my business page. So if you haven't checked out my business page yet, make sure that you do so, and please like the page. Feel free to invite any of your friends, or ever share, any information that I post. That would be awesome. And my IG and Twitter is under @mytrainermandy. So IG is Instagram. And then my email is mandy@mytrainermandy.com. So if you need to get in touch with me, then just feel free to send me an email. And I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm sending love and light to all you guys. It has been a pleasure, serving you guys and being here to support you through your journey here. And I'm also going to pick tonight's lucky winner shortly after this webinar is over with. I'm going to pick the winner, and that person will be notified that they actually won a free spot in my program. So you never know, that could actually be you. So I'll be doing that pretty soon after I finish this here. And you never know, maybe it'll be you. So right now I'm going to go back off of the screen. Yay! And I see myself again. So hopefully you guys can too. I have 17 viewers on the line. What up, what up? Oh, okay. Joe says, what are my thoughts on Atkins? Okay. So to be honest with you about Atkins, that is basically eating a ton of protein. I'm not a super big fan of a whole bunch of meat, to be honest with you. So I definitely do not recommend Atkins. And what I do recommend is my program, right? It's my program that I designed that is what helped me and healed my body. So that is definitely what I stand behind. Michelle asks, is there any kind of test for Candida? I've heard of some different tests for Candida where you actually can put a glass of water next to your bed and you can spit in the glass first thing in the morning. And depending on how the spit or saliva, comes down in the glass of water, can actually tell you whether or not you have Candida. Personally, I'm not really sure if that's the best way to test your Candida or not. I would say if you really want to know if you have issues with Candida, would be that you go to your doctor, your general practitioner, your naturopath, your holistic doctor, whoever it is that you visit, and you actually get a lab test. And with that, you would actually put your stools in a little test tube, and you would send that off to the laboratory. And I can, attest to that because I've done it before. So basically you're putting stool samples in little test tubes, and you're mailing that off, and they're going to test everything going on, in your stool for different things as far as pathogenic bacteria. And then also find out how much good bacteria you have in your gut. So I've done that before, and yes, it is possible, Michelle. Amber asked, she did not realize dairy is a trigger. It may explain some of her struggles. Yes, Amber. Amber is actually on my program right now. She's been doing it for a while and she's doing a really good job. So shout out to you, Amber. I'm super proud of you, doll. Yes, dairy is a toxic trigger. And like I was saying earlier, most people are consuming these toxic triggers and they have no clue that that is what's causing these issues. So maybe you eat something and it may not even be right away because sometimes it can take up to 72 hours for your body actually to have a response. But, maybe you eat something and you get a rash, maybe you get a headache. Maybe your stomach gets upset. Maybe you get gas, indigestion, bloating, heartburn is a big one. And a lot of times what people do is, they take a Tums or they go take a Tylenol or a Rolade. And God forbid, people are to the point where they have to go have surgical procedures because, something is so out of whack that they just can't handle it anymore. And I've heard of that, people that have issues with heartburn and stuff like that. And at some point they end up getting, medical procedures. And that really is just heartbreaking, guys, because what it really most of the time boils down to is the root issue, which has to do with what they're putting into their mouth. And so, whatever we're putting in here into this is going to go down into our digestive tract. And some of you may have heard this before that, the digestive tract can be known as either the river of life or the death of life. And that I can guarantee, because when you eat or drink something, it goes into your body and it goes through your stomach, into your intestinal tract, right? And then it comes out the other end, as you know. And whatever that is that's going in there, you're accountable for that. We're responsible for our own health. And unfortunately, some of the things that are in the standard American diet, really they cause a lot of symptoms in the body. So turning to, pills, prescription drugs, surgical procedures and things like that, guys, is not the answer. I promise you. Like I said, 16 years I took toxic antidepressant drugs, and clearly that was not the answer. I didn't suffer from depression because of a lack of Prozac or Cymbalta or Paxil or whatever the drug of choice was that doctor had me on at that point in time in my life. And believe me, I took a whole host of different types of antidepressants. So, when I talk about this program, maybe I'm my trainer, Mandy, and maybe I'm seen as a personal trainer, guys, but I promise you one thing, that I have been through a lot. And I like to consider myself a holistic health coach in the sense that, I really want to help people heal their body. I want to help them get to the root of the issue. Let's just think about it like this. The reason your body is holding on to fat, and the reason that you may have some extra body fat or some weight to lose is because of the fact that your body's inflamed. And your body's inflamed because what you're putting into your body. So therefore your body is not wanting to release the fat because it's putting the fat on there as a barrier to protect you from the acidity of your own body that is being caused by what you are consuming. So boom, there you go. That's the bottom line, guys. It really is that simple. It's what you're consuming. So, like I said, I designed this program to help people just like you with whatever it is you may be going through. And guess what? Weight loss is just the healthy side effect. Weight loss is the healthy side effect. From following all this, you're going to feel amazing. You're probably going to feel better than you have since you were like a teenager. And, the weight loss is happening as well. And you're confident and you're having energy. You're sleeping good. Your sex life improves. You're just feeling phenomenal. Okay. And the reason I know is because I'm about to be 36 years old in June and I've never felt this good my entire life. So I just have to say that right now. Let me just make sure. Yes, Zara, it definitely helps you lose water weight. That is for sure. Thank you, Kelly, for saying amazing job. You're super sweet. I really appreciate all you guys being on here tonight. Sorry, I had to cough really quick. Let me just refresh one more time, make sure there's no more questions. Will your plan be case specific on such things like diabetes and heart disease? Yes, it will. It will definitely cover those things, and we can talk more about that, Joe. If you want to talk about stuff personally for you, then definitely we can do that. I will offer, a consultation to you for free, and anybody on this, webinar right now, or anybody for that matter, if you have someone that, is interested in my program, but would like to talk to me about something more specific, because due to any kind of health issues or maybe medications or something that you take, then please, by all means, yes, just notify me and we will definitely figure something out. Yes, Zara, like I said, it definitely helps you lose water weight. And I just want to thank you guys so much. It is almost 9 o'clock. So we've been on here for about an hour. I apologize for the PowerPoint not working in the beginning. I'm going to get that figured out. But this is my first webinar and I really appreciate y'all. And you are a part of that. And you guys are awesome and you rock. And I thank you so much for the love and support. And in turn, I'm here to help you guys. So if questions, by all means, feel free to send me a message on Facebook. And, let's figure it out. If you're ready to buy my program, then please just go to my website. And as soon as you sign up, then I will get that notification and I will get you set up in the program with everything that you need. And once again, I'm going to be drawing the winner here in a second, and I will also announce that. So the winner, I'm going to announce that on my Facebook business page. So on my Facebook page, My Trainer Mandy, I will announce the winner. I actually have this cool little thing in this app because this app is so awesome. So shout out to this app, to Andrew and Renee that developed this amazing app, you guys. If you guys are interested in knowing more about the app, also send me a message because I can tell you about that as well. But I'm going to do this little thing on the app where I can actually have the app select a winner for me. So I will take a picture of the screen after I select the winner, and I will post the picture of the winner on my business Facebook page and let you know within, I would say, the next 5 minutes or so who is the actual lucky winner to work with me for free just for joining my webinar. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. I thank you so much. I love you so much. Y'all have made my night, and I'm just so happy right now. So God bless you all, and I hope to talk to you and help you. And yeah, I look forward to conversing with you soon. Good night. God bless.